Okay, so you messed up. You were speeding, or you ran a stop sign, or you were ignoring the temporary speed zone while you were driving through a construction site. This is not going to look very good on your driving record, not to mention the fines you're going to have to pay. Well, if you haven't had a ticket for 2 years, there is good news. In Tennessee, a judge can grant you permission to have your entire traffic citation dismissed, meaning the violation won't hit your driving record, you won't receive any points, and you won't pay the associated fines. But in order to do this, you will need to attend driving school.
Well, the advantages of taking the driving school simply helps the driver who's issued a citation for a moving violation to have that not show up on the record. You know, once a driving violation is shown on your record, it adds up and it starts costing you money, both insurance and on down the road as far as other things. But this allows them to have that not go on the record. But it's only a one-time thing for every 2 years.
Driving school sounds like it would be expensive and take a lot of time.
We hold the classes on the second and third Saturday of every month from 8 to 12, unless there's a special event such as a NASCAR race or Rhythm and Roots, something like that in the city, and then we reschedule to another date.
Just once, and it's a 4-hour class. And in Virginia it's 8 hours, but in Tennessee we're a 4-hour class. It's the DDC-4, it's more or less 4 hours. And it's good information to know.
I've been driving for years. What would I learn in one 4-hour class?
Those 4 hours we teach you the behaviors that you may have. Why were you speeding? Why did you run the stoplight? A lot of times it's going to come into distractions. You know, the technology the way it is today, we have all kinds of distractions, namely your radio, your GPS, phones. A lot of people are texting. Shouldn't, it's illegal, but they do. It's amazing people will be Facebooking while they're driving down the road. So, and those are inherent to cause crashes. And what we do is we outline, you know, these are the things that are causing you to maybe have a crash, or to keep your eyes off of the speedometer in the road, to, you know, pay attention to what you're doing with the phone. You don't need to be doing that. The road is what you're supposed to be paying attention to.
The cost?
There is a $25 registration fee. There's a $50 charge for the course, and you have to pay $61 of the court costs. You must register and be in the class before your court date. If your court date happens to come before you can get in a class, you'll have to go to the city court clerk and have your court date rescheduled. If the class is coming up and you've already scheduled and something happened and you can't be there, if you let us know ahead of time, you can reschedule, but there is a $25 fee. If you don't show up the day of the class, or you show up late and can't get in the class and you have to reschedule, there's a $75 fee that would have to be paid in advance before you could be rescheduled.
Showing up late is not the thing to do.
Just remember, when you come to driving school, it starts at 8 o'clock. We would like for you to be here at 8 o'clock. 8:01, the doors are usually locked and we don't allow anybody in after that. So it's important that you be on time. And a lot of people, that's why they get tickets. They're speeding because they're late. They're late for an appointment. They're late to pick up the kids. They're late to get home, those type things. And they make the decision, I need to move a little bit faster. You can't do that. Take that extra time. Give yourself some extra time to get from point A to point B without having to meet up with an officer who probably will issue a citation. When you come to this class, you want to come by yourself. You're the person that's assigned to be here. We're telling you not to bring anybody with you. We don't allow people to come along, to tag along as support or anything like that. You come by yourself. When you come here, we're here to talk about what you can do to make your driving safer, the behaviors. We're not here to discuss what issues you may have with the officer or anything like that. If you have an issue that way, you need to go in front of the court and address it with the court itself, not here. You know, this is a learning environment.
Okay, sounds great. So how do I sign up?
Well, for those that are interested and that are eligible for the driving school, they can come to the Records Division. We're open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 in the police department in the municipal building downtown. We're at 801 Anderson Street. They come to the Records Division. We'll assign them a date, get the information for them, make sure they're eligible. We check our records to make sure we have no record of them having taken a class in the last 2 years. And then we'll send them upstairs to the finance department to pay their fees. And then they come back down, get their final paperwork and the instructions of where the class is. The day that you register for the course, you need to be prepared to pay the fees. You will have to go to the finance department and either pay them cash, money order, or check. They do not take credit cards or debit cards. And then once you get your receipt, you'll bring it back to the Records Division. We'll do the final scheduling, give you your paperwork, and you'll have to take a copy of your receipt to the class the day you take the course. If you have received a citation for a moving violation, traffic violation, you can take the course, provided you have not taken one in the last 2 years, you do not have a commercial A, B, or C class license, and you do not have a current charge for proof of financial responsibility.
Proof of financial responsibility just means that you were caught driving without insurance. The classes are held in the police training room in the basement of the Slater Center. This is the old Slater School on McDowell Street and can be accessed from East State Street across from East Hills Cemetery. For further information, call 423-989-5539 or go to the website on the screen.